Hello, I'm Doug Rice of the Performance Racing Network. It's day one of the 30th annual Sprint Media Tour presented by Charlotte Motor Speedway. The first stop to visit with the reigning champion, Stewart-Haas Racing. Of course, that's Tony Stewart, Ryan Newman, and the newest member, Danica Patrick. Danica's already made big news. She plans on foregoing the Indianapolis 500 this year to run the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. She has to first take care, though, of qualifying for the great American race, the Daytona 500.
I can't learn if I'm not out there. And so even if I finish 34th or something like that and I'm 5 laps down, as long as I can learn about the race, there's a certain flow and pattern to races, and with the length of these cup races, I have a feeling it's going to be a different mindset. It's going to have a different feel to it, and getting familiar with that will be very valuable to me. So even if it's not a stellar result, it is a good result in the sense that I'll have a feel for it the next time. And as we've seen in the Nationwide Series, going back for a second time is a significant difference for me.
NASCAR is pretty efficient now with the driver's time, and you know, there are a lot of things that we do, but you do it whether you're the champion or not. There's not extra responsibilities or obligations because you're the champion, but NASCAR does a really good job every year making things more efficient for us as drivers too, and understanding the time that the sponsors and the teams need from us. So, you know, I didn't do a lot in the off season. I didn't take much time for myself, but you know, I guess I felt so good about what we did at the end of the year that, you know, you want to spend that time with the team and do what you can to get ready for next year to hopefully give ourselves the opportunity to do it again.
Stewart proved that we're championship capable, and I use the analogy. We had the same box of tools as the 14 team at the 39 car. They went out and built the Statue of Liberty, and we built the Frosty the Snowman. You know, I mean, in all honesty, that's what happened. So, and that's why it's a humbling sport, because it's. I mean, I'm competitive. I'm 100% competitive all the time when it comes to those things, and I look forward to the opportunities to go back out and prove that we're capable of doing what he did, and we're probably going to have to do it better, because I'm pretty sure that Tony Stewart has lit a fire in Carl Edwards that will take a long time to get put out. So, you know, those types of things, you have to put yourself together as a team. We had a good first 26 races. Our chase started with running out of fuel, and it struggled from that point on. And we had to regroup. We finally had a good couple races there at the end, and you know, we need to start the season strong. It's the biggest race.
Okay, we've just completed our visit with the reigning champs at Stewart-Haas Racing, some guys that want to get back on top of the mountain. Joe Gibbs Racing. Brad Gillies got their story.
Thanks, Doug. And this team certainly has a lot to announce. Crew chief changes are the big story for Joe Gibbs Racing. First, Jason Ratcliffe moves up from the Nationwide Series into the Sprint Cup Series to become Joey Logano's crew chief on the number 20 car, which will be sponsored by both the Home Depot and Dollar General in 2012. Kyle Busch, his situation stays the same. Dave Rogers will continue to be on the pit box for the number 18. And Denny Hamlin pairs up with fellow Virginian Darian Grubb. Of course, Grubb just won the championship for Tony Stewart, and they're looking for big things in 2012.
It's really exciting for me, just because coming in and talking to the guys in the shop, you can tell there's just the attitude there that they felt like they were beat down because they had such a bad year in 2011. Now there's just a breath of fresh air. They know that I was lucky enough to go out there and win that championship. They all want a piece of that. They know how close they were. Now everybody just realizes now it's all about just having fun, working in one direction. So we're all trying to go out there and win races and put ourselves in the chase with a chance to win for that, go for that championship.
Our team's going to look totally different, even though there's just a few changes here and there. It's going to be a total different race team, I feel like. You know, I've got you know, 2 different people speaking in my ear, and you know, you've got a lot of energy within the shop, and I know you hear that a lot, but you know, we've really gone through some big changes with our team, and it's obviously got a lot of people excited.
I feel like I'm a lot more involved with what's going on. With Jason, I feel like we're working on the same level now. We're bouncing ideas off of each other a lot more. The communication is huge. So I guess if we wanted to point out one thing, it'd be communication. And I feel like that's going to come naturally with me and Jason.
I know we can run really well for the first 26 races, and I imagine we'll be in the top 10 or so for the chase. But when it comes to those final 10, we've got to figure that out. And I have not figured that out yet. I don't know what it is that seems to change, but when I figure it out, I'll let you know.
That wraps up everything we've got for you today, but be sure and join us tomorrow. You're going to hear from Michael Waltrip Racing, Earnhardt Ganassi Racing, and a big announcement from the folks at Charlotte Motor Speedway. On the Sprint Media Tour, my name is Brad Gilley.